Greetings from the red carpet here at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. I'm your host, Alex Dodson. Today, we have a very special episode of From the Cinema. This Sunday, Ellen DeGeneres will be hosting the 86th Annual Academy Awards, aka the Oscars. It is one of my favorite nights of the year, despite what you may read during my live tweeting of the event. Since you all are watching my show right now and are, of course, diehard fans, you guys know that I'm extremely opinionated when it comes to movies, and Twitter doesn't censor me quite as much as Mason Cable Network does. So if you want the hard truth when the awards start rolling out, follow me on Twitter. I guarantee that it will greatly enhance your viewing experience of the Oscars this year. But the Oscars haven't even started yet, so your predictions are as good as mine. Oh, you're not sure what to think because you haven't seen all the movies nominated this year? Don't worry, I've taken care of that for you. Here is my Oscar preview. Pay attention so you don't look dumb and uncultured in front of your friends this Sunday night. We're going to break it down film by film rather than go through each category. I'll be covering all 9 of the Best Picture nominees and talking about their other major nominations. Let's get started, shall we? First up is American Hustle. This movie is loosely based on a real-life FBI investigation regarding political corruption involving 2 con men and the mayor of New Jersey. And as serious as that sounds, it's mostly just a comedic film that thinks it's a lot smarter than it actually is. Directed by Oscar nominee David O. Russell, this is his second film in a row to be nominated for Best Picture, Director, Screenplay, and having nominations in all 4 of the acting categories, with his last film being Silver Linings Playbook, which was, in my opinion, a far superior picture. Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Bradley Cooper, and Jennifer Lawrence are the 4 nominees. Jennifer Lawrence is the only one with any real shot of winning here, but she's also the least deserving. If you're really interested in what I think about Jennifer Lawrence in this movie, ask me outside of the studio so I can rant for hours about how bad she is in this movie, because I don't have time for that now. But the real star of American Hustle is Amy Adams. She has no chance of edging out Cate Blanchett or Sandra Bullock for the Best Actress trophy, but she would be my number 1 pick. Since the film has nominations in all 4 acting categories, and the Screen Actors branch of the Voting Academy is the largest branch, this puts American Hustle in serious contention for Best Picture. I place it in 3rd, in being the only real threat to the neck-and-neck race between 12 Years a Slave and Gravity. The race may even split the votes, allowing American Hustle to slip right into victory. But I guarantee you, if that happens, I just might break Twitter out of anger. Now let's check out a clip from American Hustle.
I was freaking out. Fucking Sean. Do whatever.
I told you not to put metal in the science oven. What'd you do that for?
Don't make such a big deal. Just get another one.
I don't want another one. I want the one that Carmine gave me.
Oh, Carmine. I want the one that Carmine gave me. Carmine. You want to be more like Carmine? Why don't you build something like he does? Instead of all your empty deals. It's just like your fucking science oven.
Now let's talk about Captain Phillips. This is also a true story, based on the hijacking of a ship off the coast of Somalia by pirates. Directed by Paul Greengrass and starring Tom Hanks, Captain Phillips was a tense thriller. This role will go down as one of Hanks' best performances, and the direction from the guy who made the Bourne series and United 93 puts you right on the edge of your seat, despite the fact that you already know exactly what's going to happen. I always consider that to be the sign of a good director. Unfortunately, Greengrass got passed over this year for a nomination, and Hanks is considered an underdog at best in the Best Actor race. The sure thing Captain Phillips has going for it, besides its strong chance at winning Best Editing, is newcomer Barkhad Abdi as the pirate named Muse in the supporting actor category. He holds his own against Hanks and delivers a thoughtful performance that could have easily been borderline cartoonish in the hands of a lesser actor. Now let's check out a clip for Captain Phillips.
Listen up. We have been boarded by 4 armed pirates. You know the drill. We stay hidden no matter what. I don't want any hostages. Stick together, and we'll be all right. Good luck.
Next up is Dallas Buyers Club. Following in the popular theme of the Academy recognizing true stories, this film follows the struggle for alternative treatments to the AIDS outbreak in the 1980s by a homophobic rodeo cowboy. Matthew McConaughey is really gunning for the Best Actor trophy as he lost over 40 pounds for the part, since extreme physical devotion to your role is usually one of the many boxes you have to check off to even be considered for an acting award. The other major nomination is for part-time actor, part-time 30 Seconds to Mars rock singer, Jared Leto. He took the extreme physical devotion route in a different direction than his co-star, and played an HIV-positive transgender woman. Leto has been sweeping all of the other award shows and looks to be the shoo-in for Best Supporting Actor. The argument against his recognition is that there is a whole community of transgender and transvestite actors and actresses who would kill for an opportunity to work on a movie as important as Dallas Buyers Club. Unfortunately, Hollywood isn't as progressive as it thinks it is, and only felt comfortable with the straight white guy in the movie about AIDS. Now let's check out a clip from Dallas Buyers Club.
What are you doing here?
Roger Thompson. This is my patient. You treating these people?
Oh, they're treating themselves.
With what?
Vitamins, peptide T, DDC, anything but that poison you're hawking.
I am telling my patients to stay away from here.
Why?
Excuse me.
So you want to go grab steak sometime? I know it's red.
Now we have Gravity, which is most definitely not a true story. This movie is about a woman's perilous journey to get back to Earth after space debris destroys her spaceship. Gravity and American Hustle are tied for most nominations this year, with 10 each. Most of Gravity's nominations are in the technical fields, because, let's be honest, this movie is just a visual maelstrom of awesomeness. But the other two big awards it's nominated for is Best Director for Alfonso Cuarón and Best Actress for Sandra Bullock. Cuarón, in my mind, is the most deserving and probably has this win locked down. All of his efforts show clearly on screen, and he needs to be recognized for them. Bullock is neck and neck with Blue Jasmine star Cate Blanchett, but some of the dialogue in Gravity is perceived as corny, so that is definitely working against Bullock, seeing as that she's pretty much the only person on screen for the majority of the film. Unfortunately, her physical devotion to the role alone cannot win her an Oscar. We'll wait and see how this one plays out. Now let's check out a clip from Gravity.
Debris from the missile strike has caused a chain reaction, hitting other satellites and creating new debris, traveling faster than a high-speed bullet up towards your altitude. Now copy.
Copy all. Put a bow on it, Dr. Stone.
I can't. The board is still initializing.
I'm not gonna ask you again.
1 second.
Not 1 second, now. Shut it down. That's an order.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. Kowalski, initiate emergency disconnect from the Hubble.
Her is next up on the Best Picture docket. It's kind of hard to describe this film. Her is a funny, heartbreaking, and innovative way to look at what could be the future of technology and humans' increasing dependence on it, as it tells the story of a man who falls in love with his operating system. I promise you that this movie is not as weird as it sounds. Well, it's kind of weird, but an endearing and cool weird rather than an alienating weird. It's best just to see the film for yourself so you can pass your own judgment. In regards to its Oscar chances, there are practically none. There is no way this movie is winning Best Picture, but it has a really good chance at winning Best Original Screenplay. Now let's check out a clip from Her.
You know what's interesting? I used to be so worried about not having a body, but now I truly love it. You know, I'm growing in a way that I couldn't if I had a physical form. I mean, I'm not limited. I can be anywhere and everywhere simultaneously. I'm not tethered to time and space in a way that I would be if I was stuck in a body that's inevitably gonna die.
Yikes.
No. I didn't mean it like that.
No, Samantha, we know exactly what you mean. We're all dumb humans.
No. Sorry.
Now we have Nebraska. This film is about a middle-aged son and his elderly father as they connect on a road trip. Shot in black and white by director Alexander Payne, my name, kind of, this movie definitely isn't for everyone. It is the slowest film in the whole group, and some will definitely find it boring. To be honest, it lost my attention a number of times. Not sorry about it either. Now, Payne has no chance at winning Best Director, despite his fairly successful track record at the Oscars. But the film may fare better on the acting side. Bruce Dern plays the elderly father and has been campaigning his ass off during the lead up to this Sunday night. The man is 77 and desperately wants that Oscar. He's probably second in line, so there's a good chance he'll get what he's worked so hard for. June Squibb, who plays the elderly wife, is my favorite character from the film, and who I would pick to win Best Supporting Actress if I had any say. Sadly, she probably won't win, but I can always dream. Now let's check out a clip from Nebraska.
It took you 2 days to drive 750 miles? Were you driving a dump truck or something?
It's a Subaru. Outback. Hell, I drove up from Dallas one time. That's 850 miles. I'd done that in 8 hours.
That's like over 100 miles an hour.
Oh, Bart was moving.
Next up is a lovely little British film by the name of Philomena. The story here is about a woman who is forced to give up her teenage pregnancy baby by the Catholic nuns she was raised by, and then 50 years later, she works with a journalist to track down her long-lost son. To the surprise of no one, this is based on a true story. Not widely seen by many people under the age of 65, this is still a nice story and worth checking out for Judi Dench's Oscar-nominated role as the titular Philomena. It's funny and heartwarming and gives an interesting insight into how cruel the Catholic Church was in the 1950s. Now let's check out a clip from Philomena.
It's fun, isn't it? All the pieces of paper designed to help you find him have been destroyed. But guess what? The one piece of paper designed to stop you finding him has been lovingly preserved. God, in his infinite wisdom, decided to spare that from the flames.
I signed it because I believed I committed a terrible sin and had to be punished. But what made it so much worse was that I enjoyed it.
Finally, we get to the most controversial and most talked about film in the Oscar race this year, 12 Years a Slave. The true story is pretty much summed up in the title, as we follow Solomon Northup, a free black man and accomplished violinist in 1841, as he's taken captive back into slavery for 12 long years. This is a very raw and eye-opening experience as the black British director, Steve McQueen, pulls no punches with the depictions of slavery in pre-Civil War America. McQueen has his trademark style full on display here, and has a good chance of being recognized for his work by the Academy if he manages to pull an upset over Alfonso Cuarón in Gravity. There are also 3 acting nominations that carry serious weight. Chiwetel Ejiofor is given the career-defining role of Solomon Northup. While he shows an amazing range and gets really into the role, I ultimately feel like he's just a pawn in McQueen's very intricate vision and therefore isn't given a chance to break out and embrace the role as an actor, who would be allowed to if he's given a few more liberties by a different director. The same can be said for first-time actress Lupita Nyong'o, who stands the best chance of knocking Jennifer Lawrence down a notch or two in the Best Supporting Actress category. Now, no matter how you feel about the film, you cannot deny that this is something to be talked about, and therefore deserves every nomination it's got. As to its winning, well, that remains to be seen. It really is a coin toss between Gravity and 12 Years a Slave at this point for Best Picture. It'll be very exciting to see how things shape up this Sunday night. Now let's check out a clip from 12 Years a Slave.
Who were your master?
Master named Freeman.
Was he a learned man?
I suppose so.
He learned you to read?
A word, here or there. But I've no understanding of the written text.
Don't trouble yourself with it. Same as the rest, Master brought you here to work, that's all. Any more, I'll earn you 100 lashes.
We have finally reached the last nominated picture for Best Picture. And it just so happens to be one of my favorites. The Wolf of Wall Street is a movie about greed and living larger than life. I have literally never seen that much drug, sex, and profanity use in 3 hours before in my life. This movie is just a non-stop thrill ride of the comic variety. Following the true story of Wall Street bad boy Jordan Belfort, we are witness to the rise and fall of an empire. Directed by the masterful Martin Scorsese, the film is just so much fun. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill go wild in this movie. And as I'm saying this out loud, you guys must be thinking that there's no plot in this very long movie. I guarantee you that there is, but the plot really isn't the point. While it probably won't win any Oscars, it's just pure fun. It's best to be seen and experienced firsthand, rather than be described to you by some guy who's never done cocaine out of a stripper's butthole before. Now let's check out a clip from The Wolf of Wall Street.
Let me ask you something. What about her family, right? I mean, she's got parents, she's got a brother, right? Brother's got a wife. All Swiss nitwits like her, they'll do it.
Hey, don't forget about my money.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, he's got some money. I got a couple mil coming in like a week. Yeah. And when it gets in, I'll give you a call. You come pick it up.
Well, we don't work for you, man.
Shh. Sweetheart, you have my money taped to your boobs. Okay, technically you do work for me.
Well, that will do it for me today, folks. Please join me on Sunday night and watch the 86th Annual Academy Awards. Fill out your ballots among family and friends, and just enjoy the show. Have a great night.